this video right
is a meteorologist with,
fucking blow my
for some reason, a huge social media following. This guy has like hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. And here's what he tweeted over the weekend. He said, preventing the Earth from descending into a lifeless husk of a planet in a geological blink of an eye is technologically possible, experts say, but it will require Twitter.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, what was going on down here? Okay, I replied, not sure who had ever said all climate problems are man-made, but it isn't. Go to the through and enjoy your feed. Thanks, buddy. Gotta change this. Talking politics right now, so buckle up if you're ready to go. Go to the cat emissions. If you're referring to catalytic converters, I did not miss it. I reject the idea that water vapor and carbon dioxide are pollutants. All right. I don't know what this guy. No, it hasn't. To what though? Not sure what I'd ever said. Clean Air Act. I don't like that. Clean Air Act is not a left-wing policy. It is bipartisan. Yeah, okay. Just because both sides signed it, both sides signed it, doesn't mean it's not a left-wing idea. Oh my god. The guy cited me with like a million things, and like they're all fucking wrong. Oh, you fuck me. Yeah, this guy right here. It's like study this. Okay, so it's like take a note of this, and it's literally a fucking article about how climate change, how volcanoes work. It's like the volcanic cycle, and then study this map of where volcanoes are, and then study the wind patterns. It's like, okay, what does that have to do? And fuck.
And here's what he tweeted over the weekend. He said, preventing the Earth from descending into a lifeless husk of a planet in a geological blink of an eye is technologically possible.
Okay, we have to go over this right now because he's about to fucking roast it. He's about to take it and just completely fucking kill himself. Okay, so geological blink of an eye means something like the span of 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 10,000 years, those kind of thing. That kind of thing. 10,000 years is a little bit pushing it, I think. For a blink of an eye, it's more of like a double take, you know. But 1,000 years is a blink of an eye, geologically speaking. So even if this thing takes like okay, so a blink of an eye, geologically speaking, is like 10,000 years, and anything less than that. Okay, that's what's going on right now. This guy is literally taking it as if tomorrow the fucking entire Earth is gonna explode.
Possible, experts say, but it will require confiscating unearned wealth of followers on Twitter. And here's what he tweeted over the weekend. He said, preventing the Earth from descending into a lifeless husk of a planet in a geological blink of an eye is technologically possible, experts say, but it will require confiscating unearned wealth from billionaires and ending the pointless wars we've been fighting for generations.
Okay, yeah, sounds pretty reasonable.
This tweet got like 7,000 likes on Twitter. The Earth is descending into a lifeless husk.
It is.
And the only way to stop it is to confiscate wealth from billionaires.
You know what? Okay, dude, that's a little weird. A little far-fetched, you know what I'm saying? But higher taxation is definitely needed. And if you're the one who calls that theft already, so he's really like hitting the nail on the head right now, actually. You're the guy, you call any taxation fucking theft, so like you know, he's speaking the truth, I guess.
Now, even if I agreed that the Earth is descending into a lifeless husk, which
you have to agree, because if we blow up the ozone layer, if the ozone layer goes away, solar winds will sweep into the Earth and fucking annihilate everything. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. If the somehow best case scenario happens, which is just that CO2 builds up in our atmosphere and makes everything super fucking hot, we might not turn into a lifeless husk. Well, we could easily, but let's say worst case scenario, it just like hits the peak of where we can live. Then maybe not a lifeless husk. Maybe some things survive, but odds are not. So let's see the two ways. The first way is the ozone layer goes away and a fucking solar winds fly through the Earth's atmosphere. Well, that no longer exists because the ozone layer is gone. But solar winds come along and blow away our entire fucking atmosphere, reducing us to a quite literal lifeless husk. The other way is that enough CO2 builds up in the atmosphere so that we turn into Venus and our surface temperature is 400 degrees Celsius.
How does taking money from billionaires and giving it to other people, how does that help the environment?
Well, no, what it would be is that you take them. So this is where he forgot the other half of what he wants to do. When he says confiscate money from billionaires, he means to put it into green energy stuff, and not give it to other people. You've instantly like moved the post over, not the Go post. Is it the Go post? I don't know. You instantly grabbed what he said and was like, oh, give it to random people? How would that help? How would giving money to random people? He didn't say that. Obviously, he would be talking about taking the money from rich people and using it to fund green energy programs. Obviously.
Exactly. How is that? I don't understand what that has to do with the environment.
He didn't say it.
But of course, the bigger point here is that the Earth is not descending into a lifeless husk.
Oh, but
yes,
it is.
Eventually.
Okay, but it is. So can you tell me how is that? How do you think that it's not? Why do you think it's not?
The Earth will be a lifeless husk, but it's not going to be in the blink of an eye, and it's not going to be because you were driving an SUV.
Okay. Why? Because sure, an individual person driving an SUV doesn't really impact the environment that much. But 8 billion people driving SUVs, or one company dumping fucking tens of thousands of tons of shit into the ocean, does produce a lot of pollutants into the atmosphere. And you say it wouldn't happen in the geological blink of an eye. Okay, well, what's your time frame? You said it would eventually happen. Well, when will it happen? Does it not matter?
Not going to be the reason. How arrogant.
Oh, wait. Can you explain why you think that it's not a?
You have to be to believe something like that. So not only is it hysterical, nonsensical, dishonest, but
why?
It's also so egotistical. The Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years.
Yep.
Billion years. It has.
Yeah. Oh my God. Age of the Earth. Okay, hold on. So 4.5 billion years. He's right. Yeah. Okay. Age of life on Earth, I think would be. So okay. The earliest undisputed evidence of life on Earth dates back 3.5 billion years. So there's 1 billion years right there of lifelessness. So yes, the Earth has been around that long because it's a fucking stone in the middle of the fucking... But life has only been around for 3.5 billion years. And we're somehow pushing it to the brink of extinction because we're fucking throwing shit into the air. Oh my God. If we are the reason that... Okay, so if for 3.5 billion years, the CO2 in the atmosphere has never been as high as we've put it, then we're doing something. We're doing something. It logically correlates that we're doing something, okay? Now, you might say, well, how do you know about that? Well, carbon dating and ice core chunks, whatever, tell us the atmosphere at that current time. So what happens is you go down, you dig out a fucking ice core, and there's an air bubble in that ice core. So let's say the ice core is like 20 feet long. And however long that goes back in time. So I don't know the exact thing, but let's say every foot is a million years, okay, is of ice buildup. Okay, so you just go down, you just take out an ice core that's fucking huge, and you go down the list. Every foot is a million years, so 20 feet, 20 million years. You look at you take that ice core, and then there's going to be an air bubble there. You put that in a vacuum. And you like pop the air bubble, and you study what is in that pocket of air, or like there's even a more technical thing because there's a density also, and whatever the density of that is, or whatever's in that pocket of air was the atmosphere at that time. Fuck me, I just okay. My dad called me for like 2.5 seconds and then didn't. Weird. So anyways, if within 3.5 billion years there has never been as much CO2 in the atmosphere as there is right now, and we are as technically advanced as there has ever been technical advancements on the Earth, I think there's a direct correlation between those two things. Anyways, fucking me.
Survived asteroid strikes,
I would like to know what he means by asteroid strikes, because between the asteroid strike. So the one with the he's gonna mention the one with the dinosaurs. The one with the dinosaur clearly wasn't enough to completely annihilate life on Earth because it didn't. So there's like a scale, right? Like if a tiny pebble hits the Earth, it's not gonna. But if a moon comes in and smashes into the Earth, we're dead.
Volcanic eruptions, ice ages, countless other.
Ice ages aren't like a oh fuck. Oh, my dad's on his way home. That's why. I need to know what he means by this, because there's like different, like the size of the fucking meteorite obviously matters, and then ice age doesn't really affect the isn't like a reason for the Earth to die off, right? Because there's a point where the ice can't go any further, right? So it's like Earth. Wow. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So like a lot of it's covered up, but it's still not cold enough because of where we are in our solar system, right? We're at a specific distance so that the Earth's temperature can't really drop below a specific amount. So any being that can survive that is fine. How? So let's go to the equator, the 5 degrees Celsius. So it would have just been 10 degrees at the equator. That is totally normal for anything to survive at that point. It would have been really hard to survive in the northern hemisphere, and that's why you have less animal diversity in the northern hemisphere. It's because there's harsher environments, so you get cut down into smaller like phylums or whatever. I think that would be the right term. So, but at the equator, it was just 5 degrees. So any animal that could survive in 5 to 10 degree weather would live through the ice age.
Cataclysmic events, but you think billion years. It has survived asteroid strikes, supervolcanic eruptions.
Supervolcanic eruptions. Again, I need to know what he means by supervolcanic eruptions, because if he just means like things like the one in the States, whatever the fuck that was, call that a supervolcanic eruption, then yeah. Or if he means like doomsday kind of earthquakes, like Yellowstone blowing up, which would cause like a permanent damage to the Earth, but it might not end human it's just
ice ages, countless other cataclysmic events, but you think a couple hundred years of industrialized society
well, scientists say that is true, so yes.
will turn it into a lifeless husk?
I don't understand. It's like the flat earth people. Like, fuck me, dude. For millions of years, we believed, or for thousands of years, we believed the Earth was flat. And you think a couple scientists, Kepler and Tycho Brahe and Isaac Newton, you think they could prove us wrong? Okay.
Do you have any idea how resilient the Earth is?
The Earth as a stone is pretty resilient. The ecosystem on top of the Earth, the intricate ecosystem on top of the Earth, is fucking sensitive shit. Okay.
Do you have any idea what it
is a typical lefty, as you would say,
would take to make the Earth a lifeless husk?
Well, we do know, and that's why we're moving closer and closer to it, and we need to stop doing that. We know that CO2, the same CO2 levels as Venus is a bad thing. We know that since we know that an atmosphere comprised primarily of carbon dioxide isn't good for us because Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system and also isn't the closest one to the sun. We know that carbon dioxide probably isn't a positive thing carbon dioxide in excess isn't a good thing in your atmosphere. Oh fuck. We know from Mars, a planet that had an atmosphere at one point and now doesn't, besides like a very small one. When your core turns off and your ozone layer disappears, or your magnetic shield, what is it? Magnetosphere. I think is that what it's called? Yeah. When your core turns off, because the core of Mars died, your magnetosphere disappears, and the solar winds come in and roast you. We also know that an ozone layer disappearing would cause the same well, not exactly the same problems, but similar problems, because the ozone layer keeps out UV rays and a bunch of other stuff. Hold on, let's go with ozone layer. So the ozone layer is a layer of Earth's atmosphere which contains relatively high concentrations of ozone, which is O3. This layer absorbs 97% to 99% of the sun's high frequency ultraviolet light. You know the stuff that gives you skin cancer? What? Yeah, okay. 99% of it is stopped. 99. So if the ozone layer goes away, we're getting roasted, buddy. I don't know what you mean.
It's going to take a lot more than a smokestack on a factory. I can tell.
You're right. One smokestack on one factory isn't enough. Correct. But 1 million smokestacks on 1 million factories probably has an effect. Probably.
Tell you that. I mean, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
The asteroid that... What's the power of the asteroid? Power of the asteroid. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Asteroid. Oh, I'm fucking retarded. Asteroid. This blah blah blah. Crater lens supports the theory that possibly the late. Oh, so isn't it even studied that it didn't even that the asteroid that hit the Earth killing the dinosaurs didn't actually kill the dinosaurs. Like they were already fucked, and then the asteroid kind of just made a killing blow, but even some still survived and then just kind of died off after that for other reasons. Gaps in the fossil record. Yeah, so it's just an asteroid hit the Earth typically at the high speed of 16 to 32 kilometers a second. During the impact, the kinetic energy in the asteroid of was converted to explosive energy, blowing debris of dust, soil, rock into the atmosphere, but out in space where it fell back into the top of the atmosphere, released circulations. And disrupted the food chain. Yep. Okay. Their calibration, blah, 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 indicated that for the first few hours of the after-impact, rocket debris would have fallen back into the high atmosphere, creating a storm of glowing fireballs in the sky. Holy fuck. The radiant energy. Holy fuck. The heat from these would have boiled the Earth. Holy shit. Enough to kill some animals and plants on the surface. However, in the regions of heavy rainstorm or snowstorm, these organisms would have survived the first few hours. Okay, what was the power of it, though? Anyways, it doesn't really matter. It fucking fucked shit up, dude. We're all breaks. Probably not, is the answer.
Didn't even make the Earth a lifeless husk. It made the Earth inhospitable to many forms of life for a while, but...
But, okay. So let's say it doesn't reduce us to a lifeless husk, even though blowing up the ozone layer would do that. I don't think I want to go to really bad to near death for like 16,000 years or whatever the fucking.
But you know, lifeless husk.
Shit, you're right. Okay, fuck. We're not gonna go to a lifeless husk. Damn it. Okay, well, I'll take whatever that meteor did over being a lifeless husk. Let's go through that.
Husk means the Earth is dead. That's what a husk is. It's a corpse.
And we know.
It's just, it's dead. It's done.
Yeah.
What he's claiming is that the Earth is going to die and be totally destroyed.
Yeah. And
you know, destroying the planet, right? That's what we hear from environmentalists.
Yeah.
We're destroying the planet.
We are.
We could not destroy the planet if we tried.
That is straight up untrue. 99% of scientists totally 100% disagree with you.
The sun can destroy the planet. The sun...
Of course it could. Duh. And it would if we destroyed our ozone layer.
Could burp tomorrow and we would all be incinerated. That's how powerful the sun is. A big enough asteroid could destroy the planet.
Yeah.
A collision with another
the dinosaur one isn't.
planet could destroy our planet.
Yeah.
It takes a cosmic scale event.
So we can do whatever the fuck we want. Wait, oh yeah, he answers it too. It's funny. So basically, at this point, he's saying that you can do whatever the fuck you want because it doesn't matter. Only a cosmic level event could end life here. But wait.
To destroy a planet. That is not something we could do. As I said, even if we tried, we could not do that. And we're not going to do that. Which,
even though clearly like a million scientists disagree with you, but it's okay.
Again, does not mean that we should just do what we want and cut down all the trees that we want and throw trash everywhere.
But if a cosmic event would do it, but we should just be able to cut every tree down. Well, dude, if only a cosmic level event could do it, and we could never do it in our lives, we should just run out there and fucking destroy every single tree, knock them all down. It wouldn't matter, right? It wouldn't matter. Let's knock down every single tree. I wonder what would happen. I wonder. I wonder if our oxygen supply would run out or something. I don't know. Where does our oxygen come from again? Couldn't be plants, right?
Everywhere.
Couldn't be trees by the most part, right? Hold on, let's Google this. Hold on, sorry. Hold on. Where does our oxygen come from? Most of the oxygen comes from the tiny ocean plants called... Oh, wow. Phytoplankton. Oh, cool. Awesome. Okay, so we can cut down all of our stuff. Okay. What is phytoplankton? What kills? What are they called? Oh, this is just about how much oceans. How do trees give Earth? Most oxygen comes from tiny planktons. So these phyloplanktons. And you search like what kills these fucks? What kills these? Plankton death to come with acid oceans and sunlight. Plastic pollution is killing plankton. Oh, What kills plankton? Climate change may not kill plankton. Wait, what? What are okay, what are... Yep, NASA. UV excites nanoparticles to kill plankton. Uh-oh. What kills plankton? Answer 1. What kills plankton? A short list. Other plankton, some fish, some whales, some sharks, humans, by eating them. The Nordic people, they make... Okay. Corals, jellyfish. By the way, there are other things that kill plankton. The acidification of the ocean by softening their shells. The dissection and the increase of water temperature due to climate change. Uh-oh! 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 Under control, increase of nutrients. Let's see what this says. Most of the focus on the unit. What does the latest research say about the effects of climate change on? That's been focused on 3 papers just published in the past week. The first published in the journal. Looked at the data from the past 50 years. The paper author found one particular species of the North Atlantic has thrived. In fact, its population increased almost tenfold. Oh, wow. Cool. That's an incredibly surprising finding in the research. It has long been thought that organisms like this would have particularly sensitive to the increase in acidity and as measured in the ocean today. That's because they have hard shells made from chalk or caulk. Chalk or hold on.
Chalk.
So chalk, but is that like? Oh yeah, never mind. Chalk. Yep, never mind. I'm fucking retarded. It's fine. Chalk. Not chalk. I'm dumb. Okay, moving on. Chalk, which does not form as well when acidity is higher, or it turns out they have been impacted by the higher acid content in the ocean. But it turns out they haven't been impacted by the higher acid content in the ocean, or at least not yet. Scientists also know phytoplankton populations bloom like this during the Earth's interglacial period. Based on that, the authors suggest a big climatic shift is already underway, and that it is not likely to be good for us. Okay. Ocean acidification from CO2 blames the world's mass extinction. Does this mean good news without bad news for humans? Maybe, but these little creatures continue to surprise us. Just like it was believed rising sea would strongly affect their survival, it also brought the raising temperatures and would to the cells. Most of our understanding of climate change comes from the empirical and experimental evidence used together with theoretical modeling to try to put it all together. As some other recent research on phytoplankton may influence the modeling. In another study also published this week, researchers like blah 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 blah. Adaptation says that they adapt quickly. Okay. At 33 degrees centigrade, which is the highest temperature where they were stressed out, they initially grew below what they would expect. He said, however, just after 45 days, they evolved to increase the growth rates. So it sounds like they increased their... Wow, okay, so they evolved really fast. Could file only up to a point. Well, fuck. There's a lot of like words in here that like just kind of fucking roast you. Like if you just like skim by this and ignore this sentence and like the other ones like maybe and whatever else it was, you just kind of get roasted. Only at a point. Yeah. Okay. So basically at a point. Okay. Anyways, how do trees give us oxygen? Anyways, trees give you oxygen is the meme. We went into a whole thing about phytoplankton, but.
No one is saying that, but it's possible to advocate.
Except for you. You just said that by saying that we will never, ever
advocate for conservation and responsibility and recycling and not being wasteful and all that. It's possible to advocate for those things, for those worthy, worthwhile things.
But why are they worthwhile if we'll never, ever, ever, ever destroy our planet? What's the point?
Without being a Chicken Little running around screaming that the sky's falling. It's possible to do. And so that's what I would suggest.
Okay. What was the other one? This one was kind of dumb, right?
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez did not like this video of Dan Feinstein smacking around these exploitative adults and these kids. So she for some reason, said, like, videotaped herself cooking again because she's a serious person.
Or she was cooking and
she gave her latest urgent plea for the Green New Deal, a performance of the year.
Our planet is going to face disaster if we don't turn this ship around. And so it's basically like there's scientific consensus that the lives of children are going to be very difficult. And it does lead, I think, young people to have a legitimate question. You know, is it okay to still have children? And I mean, not just financially, because people are graduating with $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 worth of student loan debt. And so they can't even afford to have kids in a house, but also just this basic moral question, like what do we do? And even if you don't have kids, there are still children here in the world, and we have a moral obligation to them to leave a better world for them.
Yeah, of course, not to belabor the point, but when you have a sitting Democrat governor calling for killing children after they're born.
Well, that's not true, but let's move on.
When you have another Democrat governor calling for killing children as they're being born and taking away protections if they are killed while they are being born, if they're murdered while they're being born, then you have to raise the question, how much does the left really care about children? And listen, this is the...
How much do you care about children when you don't want to advocate for any kind of socialized programming that would help them out of the womb, so that there's like a reduced amount of abortions? You're so against abortion, but you don't want to advocate for any sort of planning to help the kids out when they're out of the womb. You just want to have them keep the kid. Okay, so like let's say that a person needs an abortion. Let's say a person just doesn't want the child. You would never advocate for a healthy like orphanage system, like adoption system, okay? So that if somebody doesn't want a kid, they could just throw them in the adoption system. Even though I wouldn't advocate that for myself, because that'd be kind of like weird, just toss your kid away. But that's like a fringe. Like no one just tosses their kid away for no reason. That's like the whole debate about abortions that people just think. Anyways, it's stupid. Anyway, regardless, you would never advocate for the funding of an orphanage program so that people don't have to get an abortion. They can just put their kids into the adoption agency. Those kids can grow up. Maybe it might not be maybe it is without parents, but at least they get to grow up, right? That's the point. That's the point of why you don't want abortions. So this is the perfect opportunity to just advocate for a system like that. But you would never do that because you don't want the tax money to going towards it. You don't want your own fucking tax. You just, the private would do it. Well, private's not doing it that well right now. Fuck.
The mark that something has gone really wicked in your politics. This is always the mark. This is the mark throughout history.
You have the
when
same
you
mark,
want
I guess, then,
to
buddy.
stop creating children or begetting children. When you want to cut off life. When you want to cut off life at birth. When you want to cut off life at the end.
You don't want
through
to.
Euthanasia, doctor-assisted suicide.
If you're against that, then you're fucking dumb, dude. If I want to die, dude, you should let me die, okay? There's no reason to keep me fucking alive. Holy fuck. Like, oh my god. So, I wish I was watching this video, and I wanted to just like install a program. Like, it's like the evil side of me or whatever. I wish that if I was the world ruler, what I would do is that if you like spout this shit, like if he taught like the way he speaks and stuff like that, and then if at any point he was hypocritical about it, like let's say he's like 90 years old and he's fucking he's in pain constantly and he wants to die, just be like, no. He advocated for the opposite for too long. He must suffer. Or like you need healthcare, so you like move to Canada. Like you tomorrow the United States gets single payer healthcare. None of these fuckers are allowed to get it. None of them. Not a single fucking one. Not a single. They have to pay for everything. Okay, they have to pay for everything. If you advocated against it, now it doesn't really matter for them because they're rich as fuck. But you don't get fucking any of it. None of it. Any of these fucking social, it wouldn't really work. No, it would work. You just get taxed on it, and you don't fucking get any of it. That's like it's pushing me so close to that. Just so that you could see the fucking rewards that it brings you. You could see that you're totally fucking wrong. But you can't take part in it anymore. You can't be that slimy little bastard that's like, oh, see, I knew it was right the whole time. Oh, yeah, I never said anything bad about this in my life.
Legalizing suicide. When you want there to be fewer people.
What's wrong with legalizing suicide? Honestly, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with letting somebody kill themselves if they want to? What is wrong with that? What is so immoral? Yes, they have a health problem. Yes, we should attempt to help them when they want to. But if they're 90 years old, 70 years old, whatever, dying of cancer, and they're constantly in pain every single fucking day, what's wrong with them wanting to die? Like, it's a better outcome. And you believe they go to heaven anyways, so like, or you don't because they're committing suicide, but like it's a better outcome. Like, does like God want you to suffer through that? Is it a test? Is that what cancer is? Is it just some weird fucking twisted test? Okay.
When you say it's moral for there to be fewer people, when you...
It is! We have a huge fucking population problem, dude. We're fucking out by... Oh my god, dude. It would be. It would be. We have an overpopulation problem fucking tenfold, dude. Holy fuck.
Say we have overpopulation. When you say
Yep.
any number of excuses to squeeze off human life,
Uh-huh.
that is the sign that your politics has delved into something
How is it?
something
how?
wicked.
Just because you feel like it? Just because you feel like it? Yeah.
And
okay.
that's what she's talking about. I've
Yeah,
heard
okay.
people say this.
Okay.
They say, well,
Wait, aren't you for like all of the wars? Oh, fuck me, dude.
don't bring kids into this world because the world is so terrible.
But I'm okay with wars in Afghanistan and Iran. Fuck those Muslims, dude. Fuck them. But my kids, my dying grandfather who's in pain all the time, no, I keep him alive. I plug him in the machine all the time. He's fucking living. He's alive. What could you want? Why would you want to die? I know you're in pain all day, Grandpa, but I can't let you die. It's immoral.
There's global warming. And then
Yep,
they say we
there
can't
is.
bring kids into this world because it'll cause global warming. Well, which
Well,
is it? It's a
what do you mean, which is it? There's... Ah! 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 It's both, dude. What do you mean? It's fucking... Which is it? Which... Oh, my God. Well, this is... why is it a which is it? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't even know how to, like, out-explain it. Okay. If you have a child, yes, it would... It would go towards pollution, obviously. Because if we... This is how you answer... Okay, I figured out how to answer it. You go to the extreme. If nobody had a kid... If nobody were to... Like, if the birth rate around the entire planet went to 0... It would be a benefit to climate change, because with less and less people, carbon emissions our overall gross pollution would drop and drop and drop, because there's less fucking people doing it. Obviously, like, what? And then the other side of your kids will be dealing with it, because there's kids born that like a 5-year-old's a kid, right? Like, you can't like unborn a 5-year-old. But so there's already kids in existence. That's an amazing fact, by the way. And yeah, if you're having a kid or choose to have a kid, then they would still deal with climate change. That is, yeah, they would. It's both. The answer is both, not which is. It's both.
conclusion looking for an argument. And that's
What?
it's a conclusion looking for an argument.
What do you mean? Can you explain
And
that? No? Okay.
I don't know if Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is even remotely conscious enough to realize that. But
What do you mean? What
she's
does
being
what?
used by fairly wicked ideologies. And then she is
ideologies? How is it being
using
used? Could you explain
these
that?
ideologies in a really manipulative way. Whenever
How? When?
politicians
Who?
say, think of
How?
the children,
Think of
you
the children.
know that you are dealing with a demagogue.
You do? Well, think of the children. Didn't the right wing do that for like millions? Isn't that like their excuse for marijuana? For the wars? Isn't that think of the I thought that... Okay.
There is only one exception to this, which
Which
is
is it, buddy? Which is it?
politicians are actually calling for the slaughter of babies an hour after they're born, as is happening now. But when they
not
talk
true.
in the abstract,
okay.
say, think of the children. You are dealing with a demagogue.
How? Explain it! Please!
The
explain.
AOC is silent, by
Fuck.
the way, on the killing of children.
Silent?
But that's what this
Okay.
is about. This is about demagoguery,
Maybe because she's silent, because it's not true.
and it is about
Fuck.
exploiting and terrifying kids to destroy our Republican system of government, which is what will happen. That's what the Green New Deal does. It destroys our Republican system of government.
Well, your Republican system of government is fucking garbage. So yeah. Oh my God, dude. It's just painful. It's just so painful. I can't fucking. I fucking, it's painful, dude. It's just, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Okay. How many, wait, sorry. What percentage? My old heart right, so I was fucked. climate. This is a climate.nasa.gov. Fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm fucking. I don't know what's wrong with that chair. Oh, I put that right beside it. I want to die. Okay. Where's the, I don't know. I don't know, dude. It just blows my mind. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you? How? It doesn't. Okay, you can even do your own research. So A, you could either just believe them because they're scientists. They've taken many years of schooling and do studies all the time. I don't know why you wouldn't, because if you don't believe them on this, you shouldn't believe them on a bunch of other stuff just based on them being in consensus. Like, you think like, oh, it's ridiculous that they're in consent. Like, there's no way that 99% of people could believe anything. Well, okay, then to you, gravity shouldn't exist. To you, the Earth is flat. To you, like, a bunch of shit is fucked. So, but like, yeah, you could do your own research. I've done this a million times. So, atmosphere of Venus. What my phone? Oh. Atmosphere of Venus, it's 95%, or most of it, the remaining 3% is mostly carbon dioxide. By like, so 96% of it is carbon dioxide. Okay. And then what is the let's see if it's just in there. Okay, so the mass of Venus is the mass of it. The mass of Venus is atmosphere 90 times that of the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, so it's got 90% of it is carbon dioxide, and it is 90 times more massive than the Earth's atmosphere. So if you so that means like we have way less. So there's not even like if we max out carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, we wouldn't even be anywhere near Venus's. But that's okay, because Venus's atmosphere or Venus's surface temperature is like 480 degrees Celsius. But if we just got to like 100 degrees Celsius, we'd be fucked. Okay, so, but yeah, like, you know that like just from it being mostly carbon dioxide, making it so it's 96% carbon dioxide. Okay, well, carbon dioxide, like, whoa, okay, what does that mean? Well, it means it's really fucking hot. Oh, well, maybe it's just because it's closer to the thing. Venus, like, you just go Venus, distance from Earth. Distance from the sun, like 1.08 million, and then it's Mercury. Distance from the sun, and Mercury's closer by like it's like twice as, or Mercury is twice as close to the sun, or half the distance. Yeah, half the distance of Venus to the sun, right? So Venus is 1.8. Or 108 million kilometers, and 57 million kilometers. So it's like way closer, but the surface temperature of Mercury is even less, or not like a massive amount less, but like less than Venus's, and Venus's is higher because of the atmosphere. And well, why the atmosphere? Well, it's because it's 96% of carbon. So what does carbon dioxide do to the atmosphere? A layer of greenhouse gases, primarily water vapor, and including much smaller amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, acts as a thermal blanket for the Earth, absorbing heat and warming the surface to a life-supporting average of 59 degrees Fahrenheit. A life-supporting one is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you go to 70 to 77 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 degrees Celsius, let's say you go to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, it gets less and less hospitable. Like, fuck. Duh, dude. Now, it says water vapor, so primarily water vapor. Okay, so that means if you add carbon dioxide and including smaller amounts of carbon dioxide. Well, that means, oh, well, we just gotta not add as much water vapor. Well, no, just don't add more carbon dioxide. It's fine. I hate it. Or methane, like, or nitrous oxide. Like, all these things we take out of the earth and put into the air. Methane comes from fucking cows. Carbon dioxide comes from our vehicles. Nitrous oxide. What is nitrous oxide? Is that nitrous oxide? What is that? An elevated temperature, nitrous oxide is a powerful oxidizer, similar to molecular oxygen is something. Okay, nitrous oxide is it's laughing gas. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't know that. I literally knew that the moment I saw it was laughing. Okay, it's laughing gas. You take whippets with nitrous oxide. Yeah, that's how it works, right? You take whipped cream. You just inhale the gases. Don't ask me how to know that. Anyways, yeah, it's just mind-boggling. Like, I don't fucking understand how you could be so fucking dense. Like, it doesn't make any fucking. I don't believe that scientists all agree on this. Well, okay, that sucks, I guess then, because scientists believe in the gravity. Like what? Fuck. Oh, fuck. Fuck me, dude. I don't know, man. It's just, I'm going. Okay. Anyways, fuck. Oh my god, it's just so dense. Like, I don't understand, dude. Like, fuck me. Like, it's a reasonable. No, it's really not anymore. It's not really anymore. But I once kind of thought that it was reasonable to say, like, I'm not too sure about the reasons climate change is happening. Because I think at that point in time, I was like naive on like, what do you mean? Like there's more or there's like a little bit less. But no, like this person's like, the people like this are like, I'm confused. I don't believe that on the methods of how climate change is happening. So then they just like blow up like, what's happening at all? Blah. I don't believe that carbon dioxide does this. What's proven? It's a fact that it does this. Like, I don't know what the fuck you mean. Like, I think like at the point in time, my little naive boy brain was like, was like carbon dioxide might not be the leading factor. It might be the ozone layer blowing up or whatever. It's not like specifically carbon dioxide. But like when anyone else asks it, it seems that they're just like, I don't know. I think it's nothing. It's like, oh my god, fuck. Why the fuck? I have no service, dude. Why does my dad text me all the time when I don't have fucking service? Anyways, fuck me. Anyways, I'm out of here. There's food coming to me. I can't. My brain hurts. But I had a good time. I'll be streaming more often because my stream is like fixed. It's been really stable besides like general internet failures. So I'm fucking. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you all. Please fucking just please be smart. Please love. Please fuck. Oh my god. Please have a conversation with me. If any fucking Daily Wire fans are out there, or Stephen Crowder fans are out there, please fucking come talk to me. Please. Or anybody who wants to like debate or talk or please have a discussion. More like a discussion. I'm not really ready to have a well, we could technically end up doing debate, but it's not like a specific. Anyway, just come talk, please, for the love of fucking god. I need to have a conversation with a fan, a single fucking fan or more, because I only like, it's not like a good way to find. Anyway, I just need to know what's going on in your brain. If you're a Stephen Crowder or Daily Wire fan, please talk to me. That's all I could ever ask for. If that could be my greatest fucking gift ever. If you would just come and have a conversation with me, okay? Okay? Can you please do that for me? Can you please come over here and have a conversation with me? That's all I would care about. Okay? Please have a conversation with me. Okay? Thank you. Love you. Have a good day, buddy.